morning, everybody, and welcome to the Reverend Guitar Circle I Ranch. I am Ken, and I am here with Little Gal.
Hi.
Behind the computer screen, got her own microphone. You can hear her real good, I hope. Hope everything sounds good to you today. I hold in my hands the absolutely gorgeous and absolutely brand new Ron Asheton Tribute Jetstream 390. Just talking to Kathy this morning, weren't we?
Yep.
Ron's sister.
She's real
everybody,
excited about it.
Yeah, everybody's excited about it. What a fun summertime launch. I'm thinking, right? Rock and roll, summertime.
Looks summery.
Yeah, we shot some new demo videos this week, and we shot them. We shot a new demo video for the Bob Balch actually that's out there. Penny, we just got that edited and we got that out. Check it out on Reverend's YouTube page, which is where some of you are right now. And we shot this demo through this absolutely gorgeous Rolla Balch 100 amp head over here, KT66 powered amp head. This just came in from my friends at Rolla Amplifiers top of the week this week. And that was his COVID project build, by the way. Dude over at Rolla. Yeah,
nice.
At Rolla, yeah. And it was also that was a stutter for me on during the COVID, because you know the couple weeks that we were quarantined at the beginning of the COVID thing, I spent an awful lot of time sitting at my desk doing this on the Instagrams and on the Facebooks, the Insta pajamas and the Facebookery. And I scrolled by. I follow Rolla, of course, because of their affiliation with Bob from Foo. And he had built a bass head in this Tolex configuration with this front thing. And I just was floored. I just think that I just love the way this thing looks. And so I shot him a message. I'm like, hey, how do you feel about building a Bob Balch amp with that same styling? And he felt really good about it. And but everything he does is custom made to order. So it took 10, 12 weeks, but worth every penny. KT66 output tubes, single channel. I think it's an interesting rig. Tonally, to my ear, it comes in somewhere between what you can get out of the Naylor SuperDrive 60, which is over here off camera, and but it does have a Marshally thing like the Friedman does. It definitely has a Balch thing, and we couldn't be happier with how the P90s and Ron's guitar sound through it, because it just crushes. I was running through some tones in my opening mess, whatever that was about. Of course, what do we call in the P90s? I can never. I'm so sorry about that.
9A5.
The 9A5.
Right.
And
9 for P90 and A5 for Alnico 5 magnets.
see, you'd think I'd know this stuff, but you know, when we call stuff the
Scamominator.
the scamominator, I never forget scamominator.
Right.
Yeah, but when you start naming things after what they are, I get very confused. But Naylor's new Alnico magnets in the higher output P90 pickups sound killer through this style rig, because you can very effectively control the gain with the volume control and the bass contour on the guitar. But these are true P90 single coils, so there's your hum, folks. But of course, in 2 and 4, there is no hum.
Less hum.
Well, yeah, there's still the Reverend, we have 7,000 fluorescent light bulb tubes in our warehouse on the other side of this wall.
Right.
Can't get away from that. But check this out. Let's go to the ever popular position 4 with the neck and middle pickups together. And here's, of course, your rock tone. But if I get the volume out a little less than half, the amp is still loud. And then you roll out the bass contour. And the bass contour really cleans it up even a little bit more. Although I like I like the sound of the P90s with the contour up. A lot of guys spend a lot of time and money with Fender amps and Tube Screamer clones to get something that sounds just like that. I know. I've been that guy. Heck, I am that guy. Yeah, so why the Jetstream? I've already said this, but it's worth repeating. Ronnie had a Jetstream in orange, and he dug orange guitars, which is why his Volcano ended up being orange eventually when that came out. But when Joe first started doing the Chargers and the Jetstreams, Ron got one of the first Jetstreams, which was in orange, and one of the first Charger 290s, which was in gold. The Charger 290 is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Jetstream was stolen when all the Stooges gear got stolen in Montreal. So it's floating around up in the Great White North somewhere at Area, buried in a snowbank. Somebody in somebody's ice fishing cabin then? I don't even know why I said all that.
Yeah.
I like Canada, except for the part where the Stooges got their gear stolen. But other than that, I love Canada.
Right.
Big fan. Big fan of the hip, as a matter of fact. Got my Tractually Hip coffee mug this morning, drinking the piping hot coffee from. There you have it, the Ron Asheton Jetstream 390 rocking through the Rolla. LG, does anybody have any questions about the Jetstream?
No questions as of yet, but
Okay, cool.
Peter Hodgson of I Heart Guitar,
Hey,
which is
dude.
a great blog,
Yeah, what's up, Peter?
says just play constantly, so no hum can get in between your notes.
Yeah, totally. That's what it's all about. Yeah, and that swell that there's that P90 like bloom thing. How's that? Just play constantly. I love it.
Right.
Yes. So, and remember, folks, the Ron Asheton Jetstream, the artist proceeds of this go to the Ron Asheton Foundation, which is managed by our very, very dear friend, Miss Kathleen Ashton, Ronnie's sister. And sorry about the noise on there. I just don't have a tuner pedal to do all that, and I know that that's a no-no with the tube amps, but I just did it because it's live radio. It's live radio and television, and I just made it happen.
It's live, but it's neither thing.
Yeah, right on. So Ron Asheton Foundation gets the artist proceeds that come from this guitar, and they are shipping now. Another guitar that's shipping now while we've got the we've got the Balch amp, the Rolla setup, worth showing the Balch guitar to. Folks, I underestimated you guys' reaction to this guitar. This is the last one that's in the building. All of the ones that I had have shipped to dealers, and I understand that a handful of those are already sold from the dealers. So we will be making more. The Fu Manchu 30th anniversary tour, the Fu 30 tour that we attributed this beautiful gold specimen to, was of course pushed off till next year and now becomes Fu 31. So if you guys want to go see the Scotts and the Brad and the Bob, the Scotts, can I do that?
I guess so. You just did.
I just did. They will be, they'll be on the road next year. I had to send Bob one of the first ones, of course, so you can look forward to seeing this beautiful guitar over at playthisriff.com, as well as one of those amps, and you can look forward to seeing Bob playing much better than I do. There's no question about that. I'm not embarrassed to admit it. You know what the fun thing about this is that I used to, when we first started, just side note, sidebar. You know I'll drink coffee and just talk all day, right?
Yeah, you will.
I know.
Yeah.
Sidebar, when Penny and I started really jumping into this stuff in earnest 10 years ago. 10 years ago, hard to believe.
I know.
I never wanted to play in front of the camera or do any of the demo videos or any of that stuff. And my friend Steve Mesplay over at Wildwood Guitars in perpetually sunny, beautiful Louisville, Colorado, by the way. I don't know how they do it out there, even in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve was enjoying the banter between myself and Gregory and said, why don't you guys just be on camera together? And that was sort of how that started. And then I sort of came to realize that I won't be judged harshly on my playing ability if I continually surround myself with people that are just absolute masters like Greg and Bob Balch and Gil Paris and such, where I just have no hope of even hanging with dudes like this, you know what I mean? And I can play. I play in bands and have a really, really good time at it, but there's a difference between my level of playing and these guys who are just monsters.
Yeah.
Right, which is why they have signature models.
Right.
And
don't.
I pay bills. But man, I really have fun doing this for you, so thanks for tuning in every week, for sure. Listen, Penny, you want me to do a run-through on this Balch guitar real quick while we still have one here? Because this one's going bye-bye when the broadcast is done.
Well, the Ashton.
Okay, let's do that. Well, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yes.
Darrell.
Hi, Darrell.
Says, what's the street price for the Ashton? He's got 3 questions.
$10.99.
What's your favorite Ron Asheton riff?
TBI.
That's not Ashton. Is it Ashton or is it Williamson?
Oh shit. I don't know because I've seen Ashton do it.
That's a good point.
So that sucks. That's a crummy question.
Well, think
that was a crummy answer.
First album.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I kind of like the Beard Dog thing, and I kind of like the Funhouse thing. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
The records are classics, man. They're just classic.
And then third, he said raw power, Bowie mix or Iggy mix. That's tough. He's putting you in the spot with that question.
Spent a lot more time with the Bowie mix.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody
I mean
did.
right. That's what
the poppier.
That's what I think of when I think of it. So I mean, I'm going to go with that, but just sort of as a by default.
Adam would like to know if there's any chance of a tribute show, a Ron Asheton tribute show.
There was one last year for Ron's, what would have been his 70th birthday.
I think it was a couple years ago.
And a couple years ago at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor.
Lots of fun.
And lots of fun. And Kathleen, if you follow the Ron Asheton Foundation on social media and check out their website every once in a while, because Ron's sister does put things together like that, and the last one was fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Mike Watt and Kim Gordon and Jay Mascis.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like,
and the guy from Mudhoney, whose name I can't remember.
And the guy, and who has Ashton V, by the way.
Oh, does he?
And I know we should be more in tune with that, but it's hard to remember everybody all the time.
I just know he's got a great voice.
But I mean, and that was at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, which is a little bigger than this room. And it was just a rock star. It was rad.
There's video out there.
And so she had plans to do something else this year, and then all this COVID shit put the brakes on everything. So, I mean, I know she's just postponing that. She'll do something again.
Yeah.
So yeah, there'll be another tribute show, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because the fan base is just rabid, and wasn't the Funhouse Anniversary box set is out now.
Right.
And I think she was planning on doing something
I
around
think so.
that,
I
and then
think
the
so. And
COVID thing. So, but that's
Yeah.
probably just postponed. So.
And she and Iggy talk
Mhm.
weekly, I think, if not more than that.
Yeah.
So I think they're putting something together, as I understand it. But
So, yeah.
I could be
so
wrong.
there'll be something. Photo show.
Hal would like to hear a comparison between 2 and 4 on the Ashton positions 2 and 4.
Okay. I will do that, and I'll even do it. I'll even do it.
Thank you.
I'll even do it right. I'll even
We
do it
all
right.
Appreciate that.
2 and 4.
2 and 4.
I'll put the volume at about half and just pick lightly so that you can hear. There's your bridge. Position 2. And position 4. Back off the volume even a little bit more so I can pick just a little harder. Position 2, by the way. Back to 4. Rock, you said? Position 2. And 4. Woohoo! I can dig it. That's what Greg would have said. What else you got, LG?
John says, thanks for doing the 6-gun HSS variation. He's got the white guard one.
Oh, nice, John. There's another one coming soon. Whoa, spilled the beans.
You're a beans builder.
Beans. Spilled them. I did.
And then Mike Edison said, can you play a 40-minute version of Louie Louie?
Ah, Mike. No, sir, but you can. Oh, that's great.
And I think that wraps it up on the Ashton questions. If you want to switch to the Balch.
We'll switch to the Balch. Yeah, sorry guys. Like I said, we just these guitars are new, and I know when Nick. I know we talked about them a lot last week, and we did demo videos and stuff. And then they're all shipping to dealers. In the next couple weeks, I'm not going to have any in house as they move through. So I wanted to get the sounds out there for you. Bobby Balch. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Bob Balch signature model, Carina body, Carina neck, Palfaro fingerboard. We're binding the headstocks on all the set neck stuff this year. You don't have to tell me how beautiful that is. I just absolutely love it. I love this Venetian gold. I love how the Venetian gold plays off the white binding, and the black plastic on this guitar is killer. And the chrome, black inlays, like I said, Carina body, master volume, master tone, bass contour control, 3-way switch, the Bob Balch signature rail hammer pickups. Bob was playing Daredevil, and then he was playing a Sensei, and then Joe developed the rail hammers and sent Bob some chisels. And the chisels were a little bit too aggressive, I think, in the mids for what Bob was looking for with all the fuzz pedal and the high gain loveliness that is Fu Manchu and Sun and Sail Club. Man, this dude's tone just kills. And so he and Joe went back and forth and dialed in the Balch signature railhammer pickups. The main difference being they have brass covers, and that does a thing in the lower mids, I believe, that Bob was. Naylor does this thing with these artists where, like, they describe the most esoteric thing that they're looking for in their sound, and Joe knows the physical component. Like, I remember Bob describing the tone he was looking, because this goes back to that Orion Festival. We put together the signature model and the signature pickups at roughly the same time.
Right.
And Bob was telling Joe what he liked about the rail hammers, but what he liked about the Reverend humbuckers a little bit better. And he was describing it all to Joe, and I said something to Joe about, what, can we do something with that? I mean, it would be kind of neat to for Bob to have his own pickups. And Joe just full on was like, oh, if I put brass covers on it's going to do the thing he's looking for. And I just look at him like, but that's why he's Joe. See, that goes back to the whole, everybody here is firing on the cylinders of their strengths, right? And Naylor just had it. I don't think we did more than one round of prototype pickups for Bob. I think he did a couple different windings, sent him a couple different options, and that's been. I think he was the first signature pickup. I think it was Bob, and then Billy and Reeves were about the same time as far as the pickups were concerned, and then Kyle. So anyway, the Bob Balch signature pickups. The blades under the wound strings keep the bottom end nice and tight. So even with massive amounts of gain like we've got on this Rolla amp, it still just rocks. And also cleans up very nicely. I mean, here's the two full-size humbuckers, and that's with both those pickups on, folks. Just the bridge alone, same kind of thing. And let's go to that neck pickup isolated too. Neck pickup by itself, I'll roll out the bass contour about halfway, and it gets even more strummy. Fun thing about the blades on that neck pickup, whereas normally your normal humbucker would get a little farty down there, this thing just still, with all that gain and even with the bass crank, it still holds it tight. Bob Balch! Or as Greg Koch would say, Bob Balch. I can't do it, though.
Adam would like you to sing the Bob Balch song.
Yeah, I can't do the Bob Balch song. That's a Greg thing. Matter of fact, I think I would be infringing on Greg's copyright if I were to do the Bob Balch song. I think we need Greg for that. If I had an extra Bob Balch model, I would send it to Greg and have him do that, but I don't. But I am going to be getting some more guitars. I'm going to get some new guitars over to the Orange Room, by the way. You heard it here first. I'm going to send I'm going to send Greg that that beautiful black flame top Sensei, and also this the prototype of the forest green contender behind me. We're going to get those over the orange.
That's right behind you.
Oh, this right here?
That there.
I'm going to send that over to Greg. Oh, yeah. So he can make some noise. Any questions on the Bob Balch?
No, but
Good.
Daniel says, was the yellow watt plower with matching headstock that he saw behind you last week a dealer exclusive thing, or is that where you're going with that?
That's where we're going with that. That's what's shipping now. Yes, the yellow watt plower. We put matching headstocks on the watt plowers. Looked better. Mike wanted to try the white plastic on the yellow watt plower, and having the white plastic with the black headstock was okay, but with the matching headstock it looks better, and that emerald one with the matching headstock really looks nice. So watt plower bases are coming with matching headstocks now. I am going to do more of the watt plower Mark II, everybody. I'm sorry that everybody sold out of those again. We've had some glitches. We've had a few starts and stops here with the COVID and stuff as far as production is concerned, and so a couple things did way better than we thought we were going to, and it's taken us a minute to sort of catch up to the demand, which is an awesome problem to have, by the way. Way better than the other way.
Well, that's true. And especially our models that have like those esoteric features on them.
Yeah.
You know, those are the ones that we're having sourcing problems with.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You know, when we're done with this broadcast, I'm going to sit here and play this guitar through this amp for an hour.
Ooh, I have a question.
That was so much fun.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, the sound that that Bob is going for and the sound that Ashton was going for are kind of similar. They're very, very, very fuzzy.
That's truth.
So, if you're looking for fuzz, I can see how you would look at this versus that. What would be the deciding factor if you're a fuzz player kind of person?
How sensitive you are to the 60 cycle hum is a factor in the thing. As far as deciding between these two guitars, if you're looking for that heavy, heavy fuzz tone. But the interesting thing about the 60 cycle hum thing with the P90s is that it contributes to the fuzz in a pleasing way. You know, I mean, and even the high gain stuff. You know, there's guys that really like having that sort of undertone, that sort of sloppy undertone there that you get when you're putting that much gain on single coils, which is what makes P90 such a good choice, because with the P90 you still get that thunk. That the scientific term is a thunk. I actually got that from Corgan, the thunk. Of the humbucker with the single coil thing in the P90. And so neither is better than the other. You know, they're just a different style thing. Although I do think that you can mimic both. You can mimic these guitars with each other with the bass contour control to a certain extent.
So
that's one of those, Penny. That's one of those questions that really can only be answered by saying, "This is the reason why I have so many guitars." Because I like both things. Well, hey, there you have it.
You know.
You asked.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have one or the other. You got to have both. Right, guys? Indeed. Tell your ladies. Right, ladies? Tell your guys.
Peter Hodgson says it's 50 cycle hum in Australia.
It is? Ha! Well, hey, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That's not backwards hum.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it go around the wrong way?
Or the right way.
Steve Amaral would like to know if there's any matching headstocks coming for the LEs on the bolt-on line.
We're not approaching matching headstocks on the bolt-on line just yet, Steve. We don't have any plans to do anything like that. I will never say never, because I mean it could be possible, but we do not have any plans to do that. No.
And I don't know. I think that wraps it up. Not a lot of
Amazing,
questions
everybody. Thank you. I'm doing such a good job of answering everybody's questions up front that they don't feel the need to answer questions.
Right.
Which I like. When we come at you next week from here, we're going to be talking about the Retroblast pickups in the Pete Anderson model. There they are over there. Check them out. Can you dig it? And then yeah, we will.
Well, now they're asking questions.
Oh well, I'm still here.
The HardChargers over on YouTube said you mentioned something about some news around Baritones the other day. Any new colors for the Eastsider Baritone on the way?
No, the Eastsider Baritone is being offered, and we did more satin black ones than we did the tobacco burst ones, but those are the colors that Pete really likes, and so unless we end up doing an exclusive run somewhere or anything, we'll probably just see that continue in the satin black and the tobacco burst for now. I would like to do. I'm sorry. Excuse me. What was that about? Excuse me while I drink some more coffee. We're talking about adding another color to the Descents next year because we are selling so many Descent Baritones. It is insane. But I don't know what that fourth color will be yet. Joe and I are passing. Joe has some ideas. We'll see.
Chris says, any chance for an OG model with humbucker neck and Tele-type bridge pickup?
Probably not. And I see the value in this. I understand what you're talking about. But the output is so disparaging between the two pickups when you have a humbucker in the bridge. Is that where we're going with this? Yeah, OG. So you're probably thinking humbucker in the bridge and...
He said humbucker neck and Tele bridge.
Oh, humbucker neck and Tele bridge. We addressed that with the buckshot.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
It's
I mean, it's not a full-size humbucker. It's the mini humbucker, the Retro Blast pickup. But the new Retro Blast pickup has significantly more output than you would normally find in like a Filtertron style pickup. So I think you will like it. And it balances well with the Greasy T pickup that is in the buckshot. I don't have any immediate plans to do that with a T-style bridge pickup and a full-size humbucker. I mean, it's always something that's kind of on the radar. Wildwood just dropped Eastsiders with P90s in the neck, which look and sound really cool. Thanks for Clara. I was going in a completely different direction.
I know you were.
Yeah.
Sassy Cat says, what is that guitar over your right shoulder? Looks sweet. It's the RG Sus.
That's Reeves Gabrel's Sustainer guitar in Wildwood Guitars exclusive color gold to red metallic burst. And I kept one of the prototypes here because, well, I am the world's biggest Reeves fan. And I wanted one. So there it is. They have more of those coming to them if you really, really like it. They did an initial run, I believe, of 16 of those and sold them pretty quickly. And I think they oversold them, so they ordered some more to, yeah. So more are coming. And then, of course, we also are doing the RG Sus in this color this year. And my sales manager just sold them all, so I didn't have an opportunity to put one on the display last week for the virtual NAMM, nor do I had an opportunity to play one for you, although I did see them get made and the pictures get taken and put up on the website, and they're super cool. Those shipped around, and we will continue to make that in gold for the next year. So those are out there as well.
David Poe would like to know where he should get 3 lightning bolts tattooed on himself.
I would just go with forearm or shoulder. I'm big, guys with tattoos on their belly buttons, that's not a thing for me. I'm big on the arm tattoos, maybe chest tattoo, maybe back of the calf. I don't know. Your call. I'm with you, though. It'd be a dope tattoo,
pretty sweet.
For sure.
And Gary Lee says, Ken, could you please keep doing everything you're doing? You're one of the only instrument companies I'm always excited about.
Thanks a lot, dude. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will I will continue to do what I am doing. And I will play us out on this, Bob Balch. And on that, I'm going to leave on that high note. Thank you for the compliment. And yeah, we're doing our best. And that's you keep encouraging little gal over there because she is in charge of all of the stuff that you see. And so, and I also think she's doing an awesome job. So we will see you here next week and watch for new demo videos lining up and getting released to the YouTube channel. And we have so much to do and so much to go over and so many exciting things coming up, folks. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.